There are different factors that influence us as we're developing into our being. One is our family life. So as little kids, if you think back to being little kids, and for those of you who have little kids, it's a little easier because you're closer to it in the moment. But as little kids, we are dependent completely upon other people. And we're at the mercy of those people to be able to tune into our cues. Well, what we don't know as those dependent little people is that the realities of adult life. We don't know that adults have temperaments. We don't know that some adults manage stress better than others and some blow their fuse much more easily than others. We don't know that adults may not be attuned and understand how kids actually work and have ideas about what a kid should be doing that is completely unrealistic from how kids actually work, and that sets us up to be more anxious and feel bad. And we don't understand that just because somebody's successful in their job and might wear a suit or dress up and look pretty, that doesn't necessarily mean they're so competent at the job of being a parent. But we are dependent. And we are in our brains endowed with the attempt to maximize feeling loved and safe. So the instinct of the developing mind is to assume blame, so that when things happen and we're really little, we believe it's our fault. It must be me. And then as we get a little bit older and language develops, we fill in the blank and give it a reason. Well, it must be me because I must be too needy. It must be me because I'm too selfish. It must be me because I take up too much space. And we create conclusions and decide from there that we're the problem. Another influencing factor is if we've grown up in families or in institutions where we're having to deal with people who are very critical themselves. They blame, they judge, their tones of voice are harsh. We absorb that. We take it in and we do what we do in all kinds of ways as kids. We imitate. So there's more opportunity for the inner critic to become more robust. And then there's the other influencing factor for all of us in this room, and that is growing up female. Up until around 5th grade, boys and girls seem to be pretty equal in how much they'll speak up, in how much they claim their strengths, in how much they feel their power. But by 5th grade, we see something significantly different that's normative in girls. And girls have by then, this is normal female development, they have by then ingested the negative ways of referencing ourselves. So what we begin to hear are girls saying, I'm not so bad at that. I'm not so stupid. I'm not so ugly. They are having a hard time by then saying, I'm smart at that. I'm really good. I look good. And as we know, because we've all lived through middle school, it gets worse. And it gets worse to the point where we're afraid. Our thoughts and our maneuvers are mediated by dodging fear. And we're dodging the fear of our girlfriends. We're dodging the fear of how we think others are going to perceive us. And we assume and are afraid that we're going to get perceived in negative terms. So, sadly, we believe that. And we have to recover from that, because if we don't, our sense of confidence and our willingness to take risks and our willingness to share good ideas stays underground. And rather than be able to shine our lights like we were able to do before 5th grade, we stay dimming our lights and being afraid that if I'm seen and if I'm heard, it's going to be bad.